Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. You're here, I'm pleased, I really feel your company. Your style, your smile, your pace mentality. Lord, have mercy on me. I was blind, now I can see what a king's supposed to be.
Excuse me, miss. I was in the waiting room when you gave your testimony. And what I realized is that we have an enemy in common. While you were being called to the office again, I was being put out the only home I've ever known. While you were shaking with anxiety and fear over something no one ever wants to hear, I was shaking in dread. Because we all know what happens to little girls that have no home and no one to claim them. I think our souls passed each other by. See, my soul left me a long time ago in a dingy motel room, ripped away by brutal force. It fled, unable to find its way back home.
Historical people, who would you want in your seat and why?
Wow. I guess because I'm different. You know, I'm not really starstruck. And so it would be hard to really pinpoint anybody in particular. First person that just came to my mind, you know, I mean, if I had an opportunity to cut Denzel, you know, I would.
That's a good one.
I'd do that.
That would be a dope conversation.
Exactly.
How important is diversity in your work, considering you grew up in a bilingual, bicultural home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important. I think at this point, just in society, there's just so much diversity. You know, whether it be in language, whether it be in your upbringing, whether it be, you know, in whatever that is. And so I think growing up in, you know, a bilingual household as well as really a bicultural, despite the fact that, you know, my parents are you know, both of Hispanic descent, but growing up in two different cultures of, you know, very traditional values in the home and very different, and sometimes similar values, right, outside of the home, but in different ways, right?
Yeah.
And so,
he tests those whom he loves. I pray he continues to love me till my death. I pray he continues testing me and testing me and testing me until I have no questions left. Until I can ingest knowledge and choke on lies and spit out truth with every breath. But you see, until love for what he loves and hate for what he hates is the only thing that's left within my chest. I know that I will constantly fight to love what's right because I was created with a heart that sits slightly to the left. But I'm okay with that. Because I always knew and always know that he knows exactly what is best. You see, he knew that it would only be a matter of time before I would open my eyes and finally realize that I needed to look deep down inside and pull out the divide so that my heart and my mind would collide and learn to work together.
Good afternoon,
all of my Facebook social media family. Today is July 2nd, I think. If I'm off, I'm quite sure you're right and tell me. And I would want to thank you for being a part of us. 12 o'clock at Forest Hill Library.
Yeah.
I'm Mama Ran, formerly Miss Adrian Knox, for those, that's my government name. Mama Rand is my podcast name, and I am filling in for the infamous Willie Strickland at Forest Hill Library here on Forest Hill Drive. So y'all tune in and spread the word that something great is happening here in Forest Hill at this library. So today, I know those of you who have been following us, you've seen wonderful guests that we've had. They gave you a whole lot of inspirational messages and a whole lot of things that should encourage you along the way. But today I have a very special guest who also happened to be a friend, someone that I befriended. I think of her as a friend. She might say differently, but she might not. And I know her from church, but she has a lot of things that I think are great attributes to her credit. And sometimes she said, well, I hadn't done that much. But I think in this day and time, we need someone that always seems to have a good demeanor and just good attitude about the things that they go through. That's what we have to see in order to know how we have to grow. And she always shows me how I need to grow. So this is Miss Wanda King. Y'all give it up for Wanda King. Yay, Wanda. And Wanda, one thing she wants you to know, she loves the Lord. She expressed her age on here. I don't want to tell it because I'm around the same age. She doesn't mind though, and that's good. That's really good. Okay, she's from Fort Worth, a small country town. She moved to Fort Worth from a small country town called Overton, and so we're in Texas. And I don't know if some of you have heard of that town, but she'll expound on it more and tell us how she got her start. She was part one of 8 siblings. She has 8 siblings, so she was of 9 children.
Of 8 children.
Of eight
Yeah,
children,
we lost
okay.
one, so now 7.
Okay, and her mother is still alive. She's 93, y'all. That's a blessing in itself. Okay, she loves quilting, puzzle books, along with many other things as we'll get into it. Uh, right now, Miss King, and I refer to her, and I might mistakenly say Sister King, because that's how we refer to one another, being all in the same body of Christ. So she does a whole lot more than just quilting.
That's
And
my
puzzle.
mom that does the quilting.
Oh, her mother loves to quilt. That's wonderful that she do it and sell it. We'll get into that too. Her mother, she sells her quilts.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Y'all hear that? Those of you who are interested in homemade quilts, you don't get that much anymore. So she a graduate of Overton High School, and she attended Kilgore Junior College for 2 years, majoring in Secretarial Science and Data Processing. Okay, so at the same time, so that's good. We know that she has those skills, and I already knew that just based on just my relationship with her. But she joined my church, and that's why I became acquainted with her in 1999.
Yay.
So she joined our church, and I knew her, as her different walk, because she was head of the usher. And I let her explain that a little more. So, Sister King,
Yes.
thanks for being a part of our Facebook Live family here at Forest Hill Library.
You're so welcome.
And so, how did you get your start? How was growing up in Overton, Texas? Because to me, you have such leadership potential, and I want to know, how did you develop that? She's head of the. She was head president of the usher.
I'm still the president of the usher.
She's still the president of the Usher Association.
No, this is the
Usher.
Ushers of Berea Baptist Church.
Ushers of Berea Baptist
But
Church.
I'm also associated with the Forest Hill Ushers Union, which is an association of many churches that come together for one common goal. Forest Hill Ushers Union.
Okay.
And they've been around since 19. I think it's 2004. That's it. They've been around since 2004, and I'm the financial secretary there. I've had many capacities with them. I've been the president, been the vice president, I've been the secretary.
I told you, a person of many hats.
Yes, and I've been the coordinator for the events, and I've just been moving around in that area. So that's that. For Berea Baptist Church, I am the president of the ushers there, which I have been for many, 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 many years.
Okay.
And I've
She
been trying
has.
to give it up, but
They won't let her,
no
and we won't let her.
one.
It won't be the same because she's so dedicated. And really, that's how I got focused on you because my
Mm-hmm,
children grew up. I have three, and
mm-hmm,
they grew up and under her tutelage,
mm-hmm,
and she sort of steered them in the right direction and trained them. And she's serious about her ushering.
mm-hmm.
When
I
she was
am.
president of the Usher Board Associate Union, when she was
I
president,
I was
when you were
president when I was
president,
president for four
that's
years,
what
Forest
was
Hill Ushers
impressed
Union.
upon me.
Mm-hmm,
How you handled uh, those people who were part of your
mm-hmm,
union.
mm-hmm.
They were so disciplined. So
Yes.
exactly, tell us exactly what does it mean to be an usher in a church, and is it the same as ushering period, like you go to an event?
Mm-hmm.
Do they sort of correlate, or are they
Well,
different assignments?
it's a little bit different, like ushering in a church and ushering for an event. When you usher in a church, we have different signs and signals we use because we try to learn the silent means of communication and
Okay.
usher that way, so we won't be loud and disruptive in the church. We have signs for everything, even from bringing a fan or a program or something, because we don't want other people to look at us and say, "Oh, those ushers are
Yeah,
loud,"
they're
and
talking.
right,
Hey,
right. Oh,
bring
bring
my
that fan.
fan.
Yeah, we have a silent means of
That was the old.
communication. Hmm.
Is this something that is uniformly done around all us? What is
Hmm.
something that you created, or
No, this goes all the way up. Like, we are Berea Baptist Church, and I'm part of Forest Hill Ushers, which is city locally, and we have the Texas Church Ushers, where a lot of different cities are involved. In the Texas Church Ushers, we have the regional church ushers, and we also go all the way up to the National United Church Ushers Association of America.
okay?
That's really high up. And I just come from a state convention.
Okay,
So
I'm
we
gonna
have those every year.
let me notate that because I
Okay.
want to go back and ask you some questions about that. I remember when we were invited, the youth
Hmm.
ushers were invited to do to nationals, or
They won state a few
okay,
years ago for the drill competitions. Three of the ushers at Berea Baptist Church won state in
okay.
Abilene when we went
Y'all
to
hear
state
that?
convention. So,
She put us on the map with the
I
Ushers
sure did. And
Association.
then they went all the way up to the nationals
That was
in
wonderful in
Philadelphia,
itself.
Pennsylvania, and they came in second
And we
for
never knew
national.
they had that potential until she came. And she want to know how important he is. So, of all the things, when you came to the church
Hmm.
in 1999, a lot of things
Okay.
happened in 1999. Y'all
Uh-huh.
remember Prince song 1999. So, hey,
Yeah.
so when you came to the real, what made you focus on ushering?
Ushering.
There were a lot of different things that you could have gotten
Hmm.
involved with it. Is it something about your upbringing that made you
Nothing
want to?
about my upbringing, because first of all, we didn't go to church a lot when I was younger.
Okay,
I didn't really grow up with Sunday school and have that solid foundation. I grew up with a single mother raising 8 children,
okay,
and we used to go to church on what, Christmas, Easter, and
okay.
all that.
That was
And
sort
it
of
was,
a norm for a lot of people.
yes, and it was after I grew up, and I just like, you know what? Why did God create me? What is my purpose in the world? So I started praying, Lord, what is my purpose in the world?
So you had a
I,
relationship with the
yeah,
Lord.
because I
You
knew
knew
about the Lord,
you were
but I didn't know
grounded,
what my
but you
purpose
just
was.
okay,
And after I prayed and He answered, He told me that I was created to serve Him, and
okay,
I didn't know exactly what that meant. And at that time, I was working with some counselors at Family Service, and I
okay.
had to get some personal counseling. And after they told me, I had visited Berea Baptist Church, but I didn't really fit in. I didn't feel
You
like
didn't
I
feel
had a
yeah.
purpose there.
Sometimes
And they said, Wanda, when you go to church, you got to look around and see what stands out at you? What can you do to make it better? What can you do to make people know you? Because I say, I go in and people don't know me, and I go out and I'm like, do they really know I was there? What am I supposed to do? And I started looking around at Berea, and I was looking at the choir. I was looking at the ushers, how they moved around and helping people and seating people and greeting people and all smiling. And I like, I think that's for me. I think I can do that. So I talked to the president of ushers back then, and I said, "Hey, I'd like to be a part of y'all. Can I join the usher board?" And that was a young adult board back then. And she said, "Yeah, sure, I'd love to have you." So I joined, and I was still a little nervous because just being out there ushering. I like, start me out in the back so people won't see me. She said, okay, we'll start you out in the back. So I started out in the back. And eventually I started moving to the front. And then I eventually started having positions. I started being the secretary. I started being the vice president. And I like, then president.
Because they saw something in you. They saw you were dedicated to your calling.
So don't ever, like, when you in meetings, start taking notes. When they see you taking notes, they like, she'll be a good secretary. I was secretary for years. And that's the same thing with my Forest Hill Ushers Union. You start taking notes and they see you taking a lot of notes, I take them for my memory so I can go back and
that's
read.
good.
But when they see you taking notes and they ask you a
So
question.
you were serious even then, because not everybody, some people just rely on whatever is retained there and whatever is not, they miss it. So that's good. You were taking notes to make sure you didn't get behind on anything
And
that you kept up with.
what's going on. If somebody asks you something, you could always flip back to your notes. No, this wasn't said. This was said. We shouldn't do this. We should do this. Because I took notes.
That explains a lot about your personality now, because you're dedicated and you're serious and you focus, and I like the whole thing. What I see in how your organization skills. I love that.
Yeah.
So that's good. And also, I had foster kids who were trained under that usher board,
Yes.
and they all remember Sister King because she said, "Oh, I do not like to work with kids." That's what she says out her mouth. That's what she used to always tell me. But whenever I had an assignment to do, because there were several times I was over the youth department, Sister King was always there. And just like the Pied Piper, the kids would just be just waddling behind her all the time. And she said, "I don't like kids, but they like you for something you've shown that they like you and they gravitate to her."
Oh, wow.
So we give it up for her for just for your dedication and all that you've done. So what exactly is I know ushering has changed a lot from how it used to be,
Right.
as opposed to how it is now. Even though you came in 1999, what changes do you see? Because parents are a little more territorial with their kids. They don't want anybody saying things to them when they come to church. So what changes have you seen on the usher board since you've been an usher in a church? What changes have you seen by addressing people?
But by addressing people.
Addressing people.
Well, a lot of times in these days of time, people in general, once they learn what they need to know about ushering, they don't really want you to tell them anything else.
Okay.
They don't want you to tell them if they're doing something wrong. They just want you to just leave them alone.
Now these are the ushers that you're talking. What about the people you're servicing? What about the members who are coming into the church?
Well, the members are coming into the church, as long as they get their program and they go sit in their favorite seat, they're just fine. Because they're going to come in, they're going to want their program, they're going to want an envelope, and every now and then they're going to want a fan. And sometimes if somebody's sitting in their seat, they'll look at that person weird, like, you're in my seat. But, we can't go make a move. You should have got there on time and got your favorite seat.
So how do you handle that conflict? Just nicely, kindly?
Yes. Would you sit here today because somebody's already in your seat, dear?
Okay.
Yeah, and then a lot of times if you address them with a kind tone or something like that, they'll move on.
And that's important, the way you address them. Well, do I know ushers of the old days when I was in church? You know, there were certain specific things that we couldn't do as congregants. We
Yes.
couldn't chew gum.
Couldn't chew gum.
Give me your gum, and we knew spit it out. Or you know, you talking loudly, and now you have other issues that might arise, like texting
Oh
and
no.
kids'
Yes, I
minds are
see
not
that.
focused, and I know they. So how do you deal with that, or do you
Well,
address that when you see that?
only with the ushers. If you're an usher, you sit in your seat and you should not be playing on your phone. You're going to listen to the word or pretend you're listening to the word. But if we see them playing on their phone,
You
we
have
have to
to.
make them put it down,
Okay.
till service is over.
Okay.
But because I see other kids, the parents just let them, play on their
Yeah.
phones to entertain them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why I think it's good that they have children's church for other kids,
Yeah.
so they can learn stuff so they won't be sitting there playing on their phone. But as far as ushers go, no, you can't play on your phone.
Okay.
We will tell you to put it down. And you
Okay.
can't sit there and chat with each other either.
Okay.
We will tell you to be quiet.
Okay. So, have you ever had a problem with somebody being defiant or resisting or saying, "I'm not putting my
Mm-hmm.
phone up," and then if so, how do you handle those
You know what?
situations?
I have been lucky at Berea to
All
have a
right.
couple of
You're at the right
ladies,
place. Okay.
that deal with kids on that level, and because they usually sit in the back when they're ushering.
Okay.
And I have a couple of ladies that are really good with telling the kids what to do and what not to do, and I haven't had to do anything because they have total control of that.
Oh, that's good.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And you meet with them and teach them proper decorum,
Yes.
like you say. You have hand gestures, and everybody knows.
We meet every first Saturday for usher meeting at the church, except for July and December. I give them a break.
Okay.
They can come in, they can learn all types of signs and signals and how to get on the floor and usher and take offering and how to walk because it's a way you walk too.
Okay.
You can't just walk any kind of way.
Oh, it's the way you walk.
Oh yeah. You have to be
Okay.
in service position.
Okay,
Put your
that's why
hands in the center of your back, and you can't just walk
okay.
any kind of way.
That might require some
And you have
little
to
exercise
turn.
techniques that I
Yes.
might not have.
And you have to turn a certain way.
Oh,
Ushers
wow.
always turn to the right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh,
I'll start noticing now.
mhm.
They always turn
If
to the
you
right.
if you see them turning to the left or backing up, they're doing something wrong.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're not supposed to back up either. We
Okay.
turn around
And
first.
when you go to different churches, do
Mm-hmm.
you ever notice that they hadn't quite got it down packed yet?
Yes,
Or
when I visit other churches, that's what I look at is the other ushers, and I usually take a brochure with me, and if I see them doing something wrong, I contact our usher president
oh,
and
do
give them
you?
a brochure from La Forest Hill Ushers
Okay.
Union, and because we have usher school, we have
Okay.
usher school 9 months out of the year from September to May, so any church within the area can come
To usher
to
school.
usher school and they can join the Forest Hill organization as well because we train, we teach, and plus I'm a national instructor for the
Well, I
Forest
hear
Hill
that she.
ushers.
That's
I
what. That's
teach
the.
as well, so
That's
at
good.
Berea Baptist
You're a
Church,
national
a
instructor.
national certified instructor.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's good. So,
Yes,
in
yes.
order to deem yourself as an usher,
Hmm.
you need to have gone through the training,
Yes,
or
I
are there some churches that
uh-huh.
might not go through the training or feel that they don't have to? It's not any denomination. It's just
Hmm.
if you want to be part of the usher board
If you
union,
want to be a part of the Forest Hill Ushers Union, you
you
have to
have to
come
go
and
through the
join.
training.
You have to come and join us, and plus you can just come and visit just to see
Okay.
if it fits you. We have a workshop once a year, and it's usually in August. We're gonna have it at Beth Eden this year. It's usually at Berea. You can come and you can have the workshop, and you can see what the Forest Hill Ushers are all about, and see what the training is all about that we give. Because we give training on signs and
That's
signals,
really
usher in
interesting.
charge, and all that stuff. And then if you say it's not for you, then you don't
Okay.
come. But at least you can have a chance to come and try it out before you join,
That's good. It's
because we want
important.
all the churches to usher in the right type of way.
So we just thought that everybody just got up there and just followed suit, whatever they saw. I didn't know it was such uniformity.
Yes.
So is it, Forest Hill is it all across the country
It's
that
all across the United States
States?
because
Okay, y'all hear that?
uh-huh,
These people are serious about the matter of doing this
and
job
it's
assignment.
another organization out there too, but I'm just a part of the National United Church Ushers Association of America. But it's another organization out there as well that takes the other part of the cities and states that we don't cover. And
Okay,
they teach a little bit different than us, but it's
okay,
all about the
but
same
the
thing.
same, the hand
It's a,
gestures and all those signals
it's a
are the
little bit
same.
different, but it's all for the same purpose.
Okay,
And with this organization, and we train and we teach the same method. I can go to their church and usher with them and do the same thing they do. I don't
yeah,
know what to do. And anybody within our
that.
organization that we teach can go and fit right in.
I notice when you do have events like the annual Ushers Day, and when those ushers come in, they just fall in line. So I didn't know that y'all all had the same type training.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So how are you able to fit this in with all of your other tasks that you have going on?
I do
She's
have a
also,
little list.
and I'll let her go and expound on some of the things. She also is retired, and she's the janitor at Berea Baptist Church. So after all her events and all those things that she does, then she goes and cleans up afterwards.
Yes, I
And she
do.
has a smile. See, that's why I told her she should be the one that we highlight, because you exemplify what I should do, because I think it would show on my face if I had to do like clean up this, sit down and leave all this, but it would show on my face. So when I see you, I say, okay, that's what I know should be in me. So, and I'm quite sure a whole lot of other folks see that and know that. So how are you able to juggle these assignments
Yeah, and you know
and
what,
still
Sister
smile
Knox, I juggle all these assignments with a full-time job.
with a full
With a
time?
full-time job.
You have a full?
I had a full-time job.
Oh,
I juggled it just as many. Like I'm a head of culinary too. I'll put that out there too.
okay,
So
culinary. Ooh,
I have to.
that's another story about them cooking. She and her husband both, but okay, that's another story. We'll get on that.
But I don't know. I just try to prioritize what I need to do. I have a planner at home, and I write stuff down in every day. My whole month is usually full of things I need to do, and I put them in order. So I write down everything I need to do, whether I need to go and clean the church this day, clean out the cupboard at the church this day. And plus, we open up an open heart storehouse and an open heart pantry at Berea.
Okay,
I'm trying to get that up and running too, with help
for
from other
our
ladies.
Facebook families
hmm
who don't know what she's talking about, can you explain to them what those things are
The
that you
open
say?
heart.
The open
Okay.
heart. So
Okay, Berea is getting ready to open an open heart storehouse where we will be having all kinds of things in there that you can come and just leave us a donation. We're not selling it. We just want you to leave us a donation. We have clothes, we have shoes, we have household items, and we're getting ready to have some furniture too because a person is getting ready to donate me a whole lot of stuff. So if you know of a family in need, just just let me know. Let Sister Knox know. Berea Baptist Church is getting ready to do lots of things, and we're getting ready to open up our open heart pantry as well. That's a food pantry. So people in need can come and get some food, not only clothes, they can get food, toiletries, all kinds of stuff. So we're just trying to get that up and running so we can get the advertisement out there so we can start helping our local community.
and I'm quite sure the advertisement here at the library, they will mind, since you one of their guests. They do a lot and they get information out.
Oh,
So they,
good.
they won't mind advertising for us.
Yeah, yeah.
But say it again. What is the name of it? I
It's
go to Berea,
Open
but she
Heart
knows.
Storehouse.
Open Heart
Berea's
Storehouse.
Open Heart Storehouse and Berea's Open Heart Food Pantry.
And what do you have to do? You just tell someone that, or you to asking the members or people if they observe someone, then to just give y'all the information. And how do they get it?
Well,
If
we
they
don't have all the details worked out yet.
Okay,
We're
I
just
got you.
now
I
getting it
got you.
set
That's
up.
good.
And once we get it set up and patent or whatever with our name, then we're gonna get all the advertisement out to everybody on how they can just come. We may open up 2 days a week. We may open up 3 days a week. We'll open up as needed. As you know, if somebody in need, we'll go down there and open up, let them, pick up some items that they need because we want everybody to have something. If
That's
somebody's
good.
in need,
Even
just
furniture.
reach out. We're gonna have some furniture too,
That's
girl.
good.
Somebody's donating me some.
And so, are there people who can help transport these things to them? If they are in a predicament that they don't have
Yeah,
transport.
we'll
That's.
have
I mean,
somebody
you're gonna work
helping
out
out.
the
We'll
details.
work out the
That's
details.
good. Y'all are doing great things
Yes.
that they're doing, and also you are with her multiple hats and things that she's doing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and you say you're over the culinary. I know you have an
Yeah.
upcoming project where you're working with some youth.
Yeah.
Am I not correct? I think
No.
that you were working with some
I
youth having.
was.
Oh,
I
okay.
was working with some youth.
Let me not.
They would. Sister Diana Jones is working with the youth now, doing the cooking and all that. I'm there for moral support, letting them know where everything is. Yes,
she
but
she she was moral support for me, but when I needed anything, she was always there,
oh,
and I was always gonna forget something. So I know that Sister Diane
mm-hmm.
depends on you a whole lot.
I'm cooking next week for Vacation Bible School.
Okay, Vacation Bible School.
Three
That's
days
another
next
thing.
week.
Let's get that out there too.
Vacation Bible School is next week at Berea Baptist Church from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, July the 7th through 9th. And please come. All your kids are welcome.
Cause she's cooking, and
I'm
they can really
cooking.
cook. She's over the culinary, and one thing you forgot, your ability, your decorating skills. I
Oh,
think it's just ingenious some of the ways that you design and create. You could
take
probably
something out of
decorate.
nothing. That's what I
You
basically do.
can.
Take something out of
That's what she
nothing.
does, and that
You
probably
know,
stemmed from your rearing upbringing.
maybe so.
Yeah, I'm quite sure
Yeah.
you started that journey
Oh,
somewhere along with what 8 other siblings.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
You had to take something and make something
we
work.
did because believe it or not, we grew up in a little 4 room. I call it shack with
Okay,
basically nothing, but it was clean. And we had a well outside. We had a wood burning stove. We had a garden. We had pigs. We were raised to where if you didn't have it, we didn't worry about it.
that's right. You
We
made
didn't
do,
worry. We made do
and
with
you
what we
found
had.
things. You had pigs.
We had
Did
pigs
you
that we had.
slaughter the pigs like that?
Well, I wasn't
We had.
around when it slaughtered. We had chickens too, but my uncle and them they did all that. I didn't.
Okay, but it was done.
It was done.
We had one guest who told us how they did with the pig, slaughtered them, and
Oh,
ate every
everything.
part of the pig.
Yeah. I've eaten, I think, every part of the pig too. I don't anymore, but and
Oh, that's good.
I have tasted, I think, every part of the pig.
Okay,
From the
so
ears
that
to the
was.
feet to
I
the
know they.
chitlin. I've tasted all
Wow.
of it.
Okay, well that's good. That's
hmm
good. Sometimes you have to get grounded.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have
When
to
you
go
grew
back
up
to
like
the.
we did, we
And who knows?
who knows
You.
what we have to go back to.
Who knows? There
Because
are whole.
somebody could say right now, "Oh, I ain't gonna eat. I don't eat that."
That's
But
what you think now.
yeah, but when the
Today.
time comes, you never
Yeah,
know
that's
what you
true.
might eat. You know.
There are a whole lot of changes.
hmm
Okay, what about what things do you right now focus and value that you know could help or benefit, be inspiring to somebody else? As far as being what you do in the church, you say we know that you're the janitor, and
hmm
I know that can be a tedious task,
hmm
especially because we saw that in you because you were helping around during COVID.
hmm
She was even working hard during COVID, working in the church and
hmm
helping out.
Yeah, I used to
It
clean the church before became the
before
official janitor. I used to do it like when we were at COVID. I'd go down there and keep everything clean,
that was
and
bold of you because
and
that was a frightening period for some of
mhm.
us who had
And
seen
I even
family
got
members pass.
COVID.
You have what
I
you
even
got it,
got COVID and had to stay in the hospital for 8 days, but that didn't stop me.
and you came out
I
and went
came
back to
out,
work.
went back to work.
See,
That didn't
you
stop
see why
me.
we have
Mm-mm,
to give
mm-mm.
honor to those who are
And
deserving.
then
That's
my
that's
husband
real
was
good.
always fussing at me, put a mask on, put a mask on.
You didn't put a mask
I
on,
did not like wearing masks. I
and you
only
didn't
put
wear a
it on
mask.
during some time just to make him happy. But if
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
get it, I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna pray to
Oh
ask the
no.
Lord to heal me and
I,
move on.
that's real
You
good.
know.
I like that. See, I could have used that. No, I had my mask. I had on my hazmat suit. I had on plastic. I had on everything. People were dying, and I said, oh, "Okay, if I can avoid this one, oh, okay." And I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
making contact. People talk to me. I had
Oh no, I just
20
kept
feet wasn't
it
far
moving.
enough. Hey, you talk over there.
Some people were like that. Back up.
I
Nah,
know, I
I
know.
wasn't
Thing
like
there was a
that.
frightening period, and
Mhm.
I know the church population had gone down. It was
Mhm.
sort of hard to get people comfortable enough to coming back to church. So,
Mhm.
you lose a lot of people's interest in attending in the
Mhm.
building.
Right.
But you
Mhm.
still were a staple there. You still
Yeah.
were there and still did
Still
what was
cleaning.
necessary. You were still
Mhm.
coming there
Mhm.
and cleaning before you got put on the payroll.
Before I got put on the payroll.
That is wonderful.
Mhm.
That is wonderful.
Mhm.
But you use other precautions and stuff to make sure.
Yeah.
Yes, general
Mhm.
precautions. Oh,
Sometimes.
that's
Sometimes I just went right at it.
oh wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. But you don't.
Mhm.
That's not a concern anymore.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so you are, and you're a deaconess also. You're a deaconess also.
Well, I do deaconess
This
duties. I do deaconess duties. I'm still the official secretary and I'm still their official treasurer. And
well, that's
I
good.
help in any capacity I can help in as far as getting the communion ready, the towels for baptism, making sure that everything is set up.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
oh okay.
hmm
You're the one who's doing that. I mean, I know there are others who are coming in and helping, but that's good that you're initiating all that. I like that
I help
decorum.
out in any capacity I can help out. I
Mm.
was even in the choir at one time for a whole year. Remember
What?
that?
Shoot, no,
You
I
don't?
don't remember you being
For
in
a
the choir
whole
for a whole
year.
year.
That's when Rosalind was there, and I used to sing right beside Rosalind with that high pitched voice.
We didn't hear you, sister, and maybe that's why I didn't look back.
Well, I was in the choir for
You
a
have to
year,
come back
and
now.
then I
Okay,
like,
she's doing too many other
the
things.
choir ain't for me. Let me get back to ushering. I was trying to do both. I was like, let me focus my full attention back on what my calling is, which is ushering.
It takes discipline even to make up in your mind that you want to stand there, because sometimes you stand can be a lot longer than others,
Hmm.
pending however you hear
Right.
from the
Hmm.
pastor. So you don't mind. How do you get yourself fit? Do you keep exercise or do you do anything? Because that takes fitness for people in my age bracket. I'm just saying you around there. It takes it takes you to keep up, fitness. Some to stand and to move around and
I just don't think about it.
okay, that's good.
Uh-huh.
And you
And I
must
know I probably I don't exercise like I should, but I'm just like a person that just like to go. When I wake up in the
okay.
morning time,
You really
I'm
you
thinking about
energize.
what I got to do today. I get my clothes on. I'm going to do this, and this. And I love going over to church. Matter of fact, I've been over there every day this week except for today. And I'm
Wow.
going tomorrow and I'm going Friday because we're trying to get the storehouse ready. And I
Okay.
went last week because I'm determined to get it up and running and to make it look presentable to where when people come in,
They wouldn't.
it don't
Oh
look
yeah, it
like,
look like
oh, this is a junk
yeah.
pile. I don't want it to
Okay.
look like
So
that.
you
I
want
will
you
take
like
it
it
out
to
there
be
first. It's gonna
organized
be
so that
organized.
the people would know that they're getting
Hmm.
the best of
Hmm.
some.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And if it's
That's
junk,
wonderful.
it's coming out. If it's
Okay.
something not
Okay.
sellable, it's coming out.
Okay. That's real
Because
nice.
I don't know. It's my mind. I grew up like this. Just if it need to be done, just do it.
Yeah, just go ahead and don't
I don't
complain.
wait on
That's
anybody.
what it is. Don't sit there and complain.
And I don't wait. And if it's something I can do by myself, I
That's
will
right.
do it.
Okay.
I'll do
I
it.
know, I know.
Hmm.
We sort of had a little venture where we were doing things.
Well,
We
yeah,
saw something needed to be done. I
you
just
just
happened
do
to be
it.
at the church, and I wasn't gonna let you do it by yourself, but you would have. I said, "Okay, wait, let me work this with you."
Is it
And
the
we were
thing we
just
got in the trash can?
okay. I didn't know you wanted to tell it.
Oh,
We had a purpose that
yes, we
day,
had a purpose
and
that day.
and I was following your lead, and
Hmm.
it was something need to be done, and I was not focused on, hey, this is a gruesome, tiresome thing in the
Hmm.
trash can. No,
Yeah,
but we did what
we did
needed to
what
be
we
done.
had to do. I climbed in there and got it and
That's right.
handed it to you.
All right, that's good.
Yes, yeah,
That's
nothing.
teamwork. That's good. So
Hmm.
that's how you and you say you've been married 32 years.
Yep.
That's good.
32
That's
years.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
To a wonderful husband who's always helped out with people in the church too. So he always took care of a whole lot. I'm looking at my phone, so those Facebook, so all our Facebook book guests would know because there are questions that are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But and you okay, you said you were there for 26 years and married, grandkids, and children. And one time you even expressed and you didn't mind sharing your story about being a single mother. And that's good. That's important. It's important to be honest with your life story because everything that happened in your life is part of your journey to help to mold and shape you. And most of us were in that position at one point or another because I became one. But so how was that?
But I don't know. What did I put that on there?
You did.
Because
I didn't know if that was important to even mention.
my mother was a single mother.
I'm sorry. Her mother
My mother
was
was
a
a
single
single
mother.
parent of 8 kids. But for the 30,
That was good though. That she.
Baron has always been father
Thanks for clearing
for
that
my
up.
son, and he has 2 kids.
Thanks for clearing that up.
So yeah, I don't think I could have done it all by myself.
No,
I was 30. I was 37.
Okay.
And I waited a long time for a reason.
That's good.
Yes,
That's good. And y'all have worked in partnership and done great things.
Yeah.
Great things. And then you're instrumental. But even with your mother having done that had to be
She was
a
married.
task.
She was married 3 times, but it never did work out. She ended up the last time. She was like, I'm raising y'all by myself. And
Okay.
she did.
And she did.
And
So that let you know that you can overcome a whole lot of obstacles and get where you need to be. So that's good. So tell us when you're under pressure, like has it ever been a time that you found yourself under pressure and you had to come up with some ways to sort of figure it out? Do you recall anything, whether it's in the church or whether it's just in general? Because there are a lot of things that are going on around us. A lot of changes that are being made political. I don't know if you get into that arena. I know you're involved with the church.
Yeah.
Okay, so political, you don't worry about that.
I don't worry about political stuff. No.
So that's good. That relieves you a lot of stress right there.
But as far as the church go, I have been under a lot of pressure when a lot of things come like at one time or within the same week that I have to get ready for. Like if it's a convention and if it's a funeral I'm popped up and you got to prepare for it.
I forgot about that.
Or workshop. If everything pops together at the same time, it really stresses me out because I like to excel at what I do. And I like for things to come together and be right. But when it all comes together and I don't think I can give it 100% for each one, that bothers me.
And you work so well that we probably don't see the things that failed. Those we only see how it worked out. All things work together, and you probably wanted to stress thinking it didn't work to the way you wanted it. But we didn't see that because you're working hard to make it all gel together.
And I give all the glory to God.
I know.
And I have a good team behind me. Like even
now that's important.
Ushering,
that's important.
I have a team of ushers that help me to
that's
make
important.
me look good.
That's important.
Because without them, I can't do it all by myself. And even with culinary, I have a team of people behind me in culinary. I might be instrumental in getting it going, picking up stuff and getting the layout going. So all they have to do is just come in and work. That's what I do most of the time. I have it already laid out for them. And they just come in.
That is good. That is good.
But not the cleaning.
And I was going to ask you, how do you motivate that team? Because you have such a good work relationship with them.
And I have no issues either. They love working with
me. They love you.
They love working with me.
They love her.
Because they know I'm a workaholic.
They know that you're going to work. And
I'm going to work from the beginning to the end.
Because some people will, tell you what to do. But you're hands on. You're gonna get in there and work it, so they know that they work. That's good. That's real good. That's right. Your team.
Yep.
That's what it takes. You have to build that in them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first get them, okay, you have the youth working coming to you. Do you work with the youth too?
I just work with the youth as far as ushering.
Okay,
Now I used to work
yeah,
with
that's what I
them on
mean. That's what I
as
mean.
far as ushering, and they come like on Saturdays. Once I dismiss the adults from the usher meeting, I keep the youth around a little bit longer to give them individual training.
Training,
You know, because they need a little bit more special
and they
one-on-one
love being
stuff.
around you. They love that one on one. That's good.
Yeah.
And you train them. You teach them how to.
I teach them how to walk, how to stand, how to do their signs and signals, and I tell them you can't come off the floor without giving us a sign. It's a sign for that. You can't just walk off the floor. You have to give us the sign that it may be an emergency, you know.
But just
Then
give
we'll
you the
let you know.
sign. Let
Yeah,
somebody
no, because
know.
everything is done by signs and signals. Ushers are not really supposed to just walk all the way around and do what they want to do. You have an usher in charge that give instructions. And if you need to get off the floor, you need to let them know so they can send a replacement. We're not there yet because we don't have enough ushers,
You
but
know,
usually
it seems like
no,
you have a whole lot.
no, because you notice the floor has been empty lately. In the middle part of the floor, we just have the
Oh, I
boards
didn't
covered
know
right
that.
now.
I didn't know.
Now at Berea, it's enough spots for 10 ushers, and we
Okay,
don't have that.
okay.
Three, six,
So
seven.
we're
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
petitioning
Yeah. Yeah. We can't
for
petition.
others,
We need some
but
more
Berea
ushers at
Baptist Church
Berea.
usher board,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the leader that you have in it. That's good that
Yes.
you
Mm-hmm.
take time out and make sure that everybody is on
Mm-hmm.
duty. So when you don't have enough,
We cover
like if
the
you have a
doors.
lot less than you do,
Mm-hmm.
has it ever been a time where it might have just been you or one or two
It has
somebody?
been, yes, has been a time where it was just me. It's been a time for two people. And our main focus then is the two entry doors.
Yes.
Those have to be covered because people can't just come in when they want to come in. Like scripture may be going on, prayer, and people can't come in if they're doing an anthem or if somebody's even singing a solo. I bet you didn't know that.
No, I
No,
didn't.
it's like if the one person is singing a solo, people are not supposed to walk or
Okay.
come in the door.
Okay.
Scripture, prayer, solos, anthems, reading announcements. People are not supposed to walk.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that.
No,
And I
we
know a
didn't
lot of
know
time
that.
when ushers don't know it and they let people in. Oh, if a usher's standing with their back to you, you're not supposed to walk behind them and tap them on the shoulder and
What?
try to go around them. We got our
We need
backs to you
training
for
too.
a reason.
You got what?
We
A
got our
back
backs
to us
to the
for a reason.
congregation for a
Oh,
reason.
okay.
If we're facing the
Well,
pulpit, don't come and tap us on the
I
shoulder.
apologize because I don't think I knew any of those
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I saw someone do one of the junior ushers like that not too long ago. She was standing with her back turned like she was supposed to, and I don't know if she was praying because when we're not praying, our hands are by our side. When we're praying, we go into prayer position. But they came and tapped her on the
And that's a
shoulder.
no-no.
That's a
But I
no-no.
think
But the
we should.
congregation have to be trained
That's what I
too.
was gonna say.
You know.
We're gonna have to be trained in that
Hmm.
because I don't
And
think I
I'm
would have
like,
known.
no, they didn't do that. You know, that's what I'm thinking. You know.
Oh
And then when I
wow.
see somebody up walking during certain times, I'm like, congregation needs to know a lot of stuff. And maybe
Okay.
we'll have some training for the congregation at
Yeah,
one point,
yeah.
you
So
know.
that's good.
Hmm.
Even if you gave us a handout to let us know the
Hmm.
times that we could get your attention,
Hmm.
as opposed, because there are a whole lot of things that
Yep.
if you want everything to fall in place.
Uh-huh.
But tell us about your experience taking those young girls to nationals. That was
I
exciting for the church. We were all excited. I didn't know what it
hmm
meant. That's all I knew is our young girls had made it
Yep.
in
Yeah.
my mind. So
It
tell us
was it
about that.
was three of Berea youth that went to the national. They went to state. They went to state first. I was the one that took them to the state in Abilene.
Okay.
Sister Crystal took them to the national. Crystal Scott, because I'm afraid of flying.
Oh, I didn't.
So she was working with the youth at that time. I was like, "Oh, sis, you're going. You can be over the youth."
Oh,
So
okay.
that's when they went to Pennsylvania because I was too scared to get on the plane.
So
But when
okay, she wasn't skilled in that, so she just took them, and you had already trained
I
them
had already,
as to what to do.
because what they do is they have to learn a drill, and they have to compete against other teams in that drill.
Oh, that's
And the drill
exciting.
team consists of the signs and signals I was telling you about, how you turn, how you walk,
Okay.
and all that. And
And all the
so
girls have to walk.
they
I
have to
didn't.
walk in unison, and it's a silent drill. And
Okay.
it's like you go to attention, and you have to give signs. You have to do all this in sequence together.
So
And
supposedly my kids would know that since they trained under you.
or they may not remember. They might
I
remember
don't
some of
think that
them.
they, well, they might, but I
I'd
know
love to have them back because I have no young adults at Berea that I can train. All I
y'all hear
have
that.
is
Y'all
junior
hear that,
ushers
young
and adult
adults,
ushers.
young adults.
We need young adults from age 19 to 35 so I can
Okay.
train
I
you
think a whole lot of
so
churches
Berea
are
can move
looking for that
on.
age group.
Yeah.
Looking for that
Yeah,
age
because
group.
when us old folk died,
We don't know what
who gonna run the church?
we don't know. Maybe we just keep living. Okay. Now,
Live till we like
yeah.
grandma. Come on in,
We're
baby.
gonna live until some of y'all young adults come in and take over. Okay. I don't think it's gonna work like that. But either way, but that's good. So,
Mhm.
well, I mean, I guess the churches have to do something to. What do you think can be done to attract that age group? What do you think is not being done?
Well, I think it's like you say, it's not only at Berea, it's at a
It's
lot
everywhere.
of
It's everywhere.
churches.
We're not
Because
talking
I'm
about.
associated with like 12 or 13 churches in the Forest Hill Ushers Union, and it's happening at a lot of churches.
It
That
is.
that whole young adult age group is kind of faded out for some reason.
Do you
You
think it
know,
might have something to do with how we parented them, or maybe something came in, in our world that got them distracted, or it wasn't focused on church
hmm
enough? I don't know.
well,
Some parents raised them that, you don't have to go to church.
hmm
You hear parents talking about, hey, my mother made me go to church
uh-huh,
Sundays and Wednesdays, and they don't
hmm
want to
they don't
impose
want
that
them
on their
going.
kids. So
And this day and this generation, parents are not making their kids go to church.
no, they're
And
not.
so when they have kids, they're not making their kids go to church.
Church is not a priority
It's not. And
to
so
them.
if you
Sunday
still
mornings, I don't feel right,
hmm
comfortable.
bedside Baptist today,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, we've lost
Well,
that age group
we're
to
not gonna
where
claim it as a loss. We're gonna get them. We
I
right
hope
now,
so, Sister
right
Knox. I
now, it's
really
not a
hope
total
so.
loss.
No.
I don't know something, and maybe it's a whole lot of things that are going on,
hmm
in the world that will make them draw them back, reconnect.
Yes, I hope so.
They're gonna have to,
Uh-huh. Yeah, because we got a lot
cause
of empty seats at Berea need to be filled up.
when you find yourself wandering out, you're gonna have something that's gonna keep you
hmm
grounded
There's got to
and
be something on the
mentally.
inside of you too.
It's so many distractions. They got
hmm
video games, then they got
mm
social media,
Social
which we
media.
hope all of you are watching for a good cause. But they
hmm
got social media, and so they have a lot of distractors.
hmm
We have to.
Yeah.
What you thinking? The church can't conform to the world.
We
We
can't.
can't conform to the world, but we have to sort of meet them in
hmm
middle ground where they are to bring
Yeah.
them over. I know some churches do that.
hmm
Boots on the ground. They make it exciting.
Yeah.
Something that
As long as they
we're
don't do
gonna.
it in the church, right?
They do it in the
They do it
church.
in the
They
church.
do the boots on the ground in the church.
In the church.
In some
Okay.
churches.
In some churches. Yeah.
Haven't you heard that? Have you heard that? My guess. Well, maybe I saw it on YouTube. I think I might have
Well,
heard that
I
some
heard
church.
that too, and I like, are you sure they didn't do it on the outside? And they said no, they did it in the church. I just heard that too, like yesterday. And so
Okay.
I was like, you sure it wasn't on the outside? And they said no, it was on the inside. I was like, okay,
Oh,
and
and there
it's
was a lot of youth there. I mean, not saying that we should do anything
mm-mm,
like that to. I don't know if boots on the ground is something just so
mm-mm,
contradictory from the Bible teaching. I don't know.
mm-hmm,
I guess sometimes we have to go back and evaluate how we interpret and understand the Bible.
mm-hmm,
We have to bring, we have to get them in
mm-hmm.
and then train them. But
Yeah,
you got to get them in.
yeah,
They're not
yeah.
trying to come.
Yeah,
They
and
just
so
walking.
maybe I'm thinking with a young minister that can attract the young
You
generation,
think that
and they can
happens?
have like a separate church because you got this young minister teaching the young people, and it's on the same subject that The
You think
seniors,
that's
the
the key?
senior pastor might teach, but it'll be on a younger person's level. That's my thought process.
Well, if it
I don't
works,
know, because a lot of young people just if you see how they
I
just
know it.
sit there
They
and
even frown
yeah, like
on it.
what are you talking
You
about?
mentioned going to church.
Mhm.
And some of them say to themselves, I know I need to go,
Yeah.
but they have no interest in going because
Mhm.
they, in their minds, and they'll tell you some of their minds. I can't speak for all of them. Excuse me. Some things that people doing in the church, I found better out there in the world. And sometimes we don't represent ourselves. That's why I got Sister King on here, because I always think she exemplifies. But sometimes we don't represent the church well.
Right.
Christian folk.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be a time when I used to teach high school kids, and the most unruly kids, somebody that want to get you told, and I had a little smart mouth on me too, so I could say some things. And I would say, what church do you go to? Bring them back down. Because I knew it was always the most unruly ones who, when they weren't around that little environment, but they always said, they calm down. Oh, I go to so-and-so church. You have to remind them it's supposed to be church in you.
And you?
So I don't know the answer, but I know that we're going to have to, in this time, this day and time, we're going to have to there are some questions that I think someone is sending me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. They said, Wanda King and Berea Baptist Church took care of my family and over 200 people for the repairs of my sister D-Lo and Middlebrook. Oh, that's so nice. Over 200 people.
Yes.
They fed and gave support, and Pastor Q and the staff were phenomenal. This is Sister Diana Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice, Sister King. That's good that people can remember you for some great things. It said, have you created any partnership with libraries? If so, what were those programs that helped put together, that you helped put together?
I haven't created anything with the library. This is my first time being on the podcast.
I thought you were going to say
library,
but it's not your first time being in the library, do you?
I used to go to the library when I had to.
That's another thing. We have to have things inviting for people to come to church and come back to the library, y'all.
Yes.
So, not when they had to. That's good. Well, that's good that this was something that drew you back. Now you can get focused on some things you might want to network or work with the library.
Yeah,
they're easy to get along with. They said they let me do this. Something I always do. And then I have some more questions. They said, what future opportunities do you see for libraries and churches to collaborate for community betterment? Things that you think that the church will, since we know Berea and it's right across the street for those of you who are out there and don't know, how do you think that they can collaborate and create programs that might be inviting for young adults?
Yes.
There's a lot of people just go in and out, back and forth in the library, so there are things that we can come up with. I know that's a question that on the spur of the moment it might, but just
to my thought, the church can get the young people in, like even a Saturday morning. Okay, come on, youth, we're going to the library today.
That's good.
And I know youth also need to learn computer skills. I was hoping one day we could set up something at Berea Church to where we could teach the kids how to open up the laptop, turn on the computer,
learn the cell phone,
create a document. Oh yeah, learn the cell phone.
I just learned some things about this cell phone that I didn't know, and I had it for years.
And young people know how to just go right to it and do it.
That's right.
And we have to how do you do this?
And all of these new what AI stuff that's going on, I'm trying to get into that.
Oh Lord.
I refuse. My age might be up there, but my mind is not there. I'm gonna make sure I stay relevant, and that's what we have to do, and make sure that these young folk and older folk remember that we have to stay relevant in order to relate to the young adults.
Yes, because
that's why
is changing.
That might be a reason why they're not coming. We
Yeah,
sitting
because
out here
all this new
complaining about ache and
technology.
pain. We got
Yes.
ache and pain, but you got to keep going. Like you said, you keep moving,
Keep
and you
moving.
got to make things relevant, and you got to relate. You can say, I don't know how to do that. I just,
You got
we
to
might
just
want to
keep
learn.
clicking buttons until you figure it out.
But you seem like you do well with the technology. That's
Yeah.
another thing she does. She keeps us posted on a lot of the information and a lot of things that are going on in the
And the
church.
women ministry. I'm
She
the hospitality person.
women ministry and other things that are going on. So that's good. So that's a good way the church and library in this community can collaborate
Mm-hmm.
to create programs that might be inviting for just a variety of
Mm-hmm.
ages.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, like you said. And even with your cooking, who knows the kids? I know this other sister at our church, Sister Diana, is doing it,
Uh-huh.
and I think she was a podcast host one time.
Mm-hmm.
But podcast guest.
I just saw
That's what I
her a
meant
few
to say.
minutes ago.
So you might could do that and have that.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, what other future opportunities do you see for libraries? Okay, I got that.
Mm-hmm.
How can the Forest Hill Public Library and Berea Church work together? Do you see any way that otherwise they could work together? Because and we're saying Forest Hill for those that
Mm-hmm.
Facebook community who don't know,
Yeah.
Berea Baptist Church is a church across the street from the library. So we use that, and we both are members
Right.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And but there are other neighboring churches, so we're trying to get all the churches
Mm-hmm.
involved in a collaboration effort with the library.
Yes.
So, what ways do you think that we possibly could do that, and even fellowship with other churches, get
Yeah.
together? We're trying
Yeah.
to bring in the sheaves.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like newsletters, word of mouth, somebody standing on the corner,
I told,
flyers,
see,
just
it's not that we
something.
have the same little age range, but it's just I told them that
Mm-hmm.
the little flyer,
Little
little
flyers, people could have little banners waving or something. You
you
got
see
to.
the thing, and she has innovative ideas. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all might want to do that. Have a little flying person
Mm-hmm.
out and see if it'll work to just attract people.
Attract people. Uh-huh.
Forest Hill Library was #1 library voted on in
Mm-hmm.
Texas. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And the librarian of the year
Madison.
was the librarian, Mr. Michael Hodrick.
Mm-hmm.
So they have promise. It's a whole lot of things that go on in this library that we're
Mm-hmm.
inviting everybody to get involved in.
Right.
And Sister King, is there anything else that you think that we should know about your plans and your future, or you want to leave our guests with anything that might encourage them? Because we are truly inspired by your story.
Oh
Do
wow.
you have anything inspiring? Because our time is about up,
Time is
and
about up.
so we've enjoyed you.
Mm.
You see, it wasn't that hard,
It
was
was
it?
that
She
hard.
was sort of apprehensive,
I
but it wasn't hard,
was.
and we learned a lot,
Uh-huh.
and we appreciate
Oh.
everything that you're doing. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
think that I got to everything that you.
It's
Let me just
okay.
run off some of these things. That said leadership. You, we know you're working for the Lord. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
found the answer at Berea Baptist Church, and you joined. You continue to contribute significantly,
Mm-hmm.
not only as an usher, culinary leader, works diligently with the deaconess, women ministry, and I think she said something, and the church janitor, and she
Mm-hmm.
supports. And that's one thing that's important. Not only does she do it, she supports others when it's
Yes.
done. And so
Yes.
y'all give it up for Sister Wanda King. Yay!
Yay.
She'll be president of the Usher Board Union again. I know,
Oh,
I
I
know,
don't know.
because they
Trying to get the young
benefited.
people on in there. They
I
can come along
know,
and be president.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. And she has that
Mm-hmm.
selfless attitude. But we want to. And next week, you guys, we thank you so much.
You're so welcome,
And it
Sister
was so much.
Knox. Mm-hmm.
She was recently. Let me just say this real quick, and I think I have a little gift for her, unless I left it in my car. She was recently the honoree at an award ceremony where
Mm-hmm.
they gave tribute to her. And can you explain to us what that was about?
That was a James E. Tisdale Scholarship luncheon that we had. Forest Hill Ushers Union hosts that every other year. It's a scholarship luncheon that we host that if you have children at your church that has graduated, we will give them funds, for their graduation. It may be 200, 300, or whatever, but we host this luncheon to raise funds for that. And we pick an honoree for that event every other year. And just so happened on their 20th anniversary, they chose me. And I was so honored.
I think deservedly
So honored that they chose me on their 20th year anniversary.
And I was supposed to attend. I didn't get a chance to attend, but I did bring you a gift to let you know how much I appreciate you. I don't know what I did with it.
Well, you can give it to me later.
I surely can, because I will see her later, hopefully.
Yes.
But thank you so much. Next week, you guys, we're gonna have Sherry Smith, and you're gonna be excited. I want you to go and spread the word. Go and make sure you tell everybody to tune in at 12 o'clock next Wednesday. We're gonna have Sherry Smith. She was radio personnel with one of our radio stations. It was a Christian radio station at one point, Heaven 97. So she was and she has a inspiring story to tell you, the behind the scenes things that went on. She has a slew of connections with different radio personnel. So we're going to find out a whole lot, and I think you're going to be inspired. So tune in for the next at least 3 weeks, and then from then on with Willie. This is Mama Rand sounding off the Forest Hill Library. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.